TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
Thank you for making Saints Central your black and gold home for the New Orleans Saints.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, Who That Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that to the black and gold family, man. Thursday stream, TSC Saints versus Titans. We're in the building. Big ups to the great Saint think tank and the entire Who That Nation, man. We're in the building. Saints versus Titans guest preview. We got some brothers, real smart brothers on the Tennessee Titans talk, and we're gonna bring them in here. And I appreciate the brothers driving us and jumping on the stream with us. We got Brother Hawk, and we got Lockdown in the building. Much love to the Tennessee Titan family members for joining us from the Tennessee Titans Weekly. And we're going to be doing the guest preview of the upcoming matchup between the black and gold and the Tennessee Titans. And right now, the Titans, they're pretty tough right now, family. They're sitting up there 7-2, family. So a lot of people are a little nervous about the Titans. But listen, fam, this is going to be a really good matchup. So, family, welcome into the stream.
All right. Thank you, Big Q, man. Let me tell you, the intro was dope.
It was dope, yeah.
Behind the scenes, like, okay, all right, that's kind of working right there. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
so yeah. Thank you for inviting us on the show and everything as well, too, man, and everything. And I'll give a quick intro, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Again, thank you for inviting us. Again, we are Tennessee Titans Weekly. For those that don't know about us, you can check us out on YouTube. We are at Tennessee Titans Weekly on YouTube. Your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast as well. You can check us out on Apple at Tennessee Titans Weekly. You can also check us out as well on Spotify and Instagram. We are at Tennessee Titans Weekly and on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. Coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee. Tighten up, baby.
Yes, sir. Hey, like Hawk said, man. Hey, Big Q, like you said, we appreciate you allowing us to come on the show, man. Dope intro, dope show. And we ready to talk Saints, man. And as Hawk said, man, you can find us on all platforms, man. We bring that Titan content. So I know you're not a Titans fan, but hey, anything Titans or anything NFL, man, come holler at us, man. We know what we do, man. We know what we're talking about. So once again, Big Q, we appreciate it, brother.
Man, them brothers is funny, man. The Tennessee Titan Weekly, man, they funny. They straight shooters. They real deal, man. And y'all know, if you're messing with the sports coma, baby, we real deal Holyfield. We don't mess with them fakers, fam. So we got some real Titan family members in the building. And yeah, they got some Titan family members that subscribe to the show. You know, they like the content and everything. So yeah, we pretty big. But let's get into it, family. First of all, welcome again, Tennessee Titans, bro. Sitting up here at 7-2. We're going up there to the Nissan to take on the Titans. And listen, bro, we dealing with some injuries and stuff like that. So and of course, you guys are missing somebody. but I don't know if y'all too worried about missing Henry, bro. Look like y'all rolling pretty good. So I'm gonna start off with you Lockdown, and then I'm gonna go to you, Brother Hawk. Give me a little background on the situation going on with the Tennessee Titans and y'all moving into this thing. Tell me about some of the strengths of your club and what y'all think y'all can be able to do.
Absolutely. So if we talk about the 2021 Titans, man, people automatically think about King Henry, right? And we know King Henry is ultimately hurt. He's done for the season, okay? Well, they say the season, but we might can get him back in the playoffs. But a lot of people don't or didn't know what the Titans brought other than Henry until they seen it Sunday when we played the Rams. And I know the national media and I think everybody around just the NFL was kind of shocked. They was like, well, man, they got this, they got that, they got this. They thought us losing Henry was going to slow us down. And it ultimately, yes, it slowed us down on offense, but I don't think people were up and abreast up on our defense, okay? Right. Defense was a struggle for us last year. Matter of fact, I think we finished the worst percentage defense to make it to the playoffs, okay? Never happened. But we ended up making it to the playoffs. Defensively this year, we went out, we got Danico Archer, we got Bud Dupree, so we fixed our defensive line. We got Harold Landry, who's playing out of his mind. We got Tier Tart, who's our D tackle in the middle, we just deep in the middle of the defensive line. Then you go to our linebackers. We brought back Jayon Brown. We got that boy David Long Jr., who if Saints fans don't know who that is, that's number 51, who picked off that ball when your boy Stafford threw it. But it came from the pressure, right? Then we go to the secondary. We got y'all's old boy, that boy Jacque Rabbit Jenkins. I know New Orleans know so much about that boy Jacque Rabbit, so we ended up picking him up in free agent acquisition. And then also we got Christian Fulton, which New Orleans and LSU country should know very, very well. Hey,
good cornerback.
Christian has emerged as the game is slowed down, and before he got injured, he was trending to be one of the top DBs in the league. So, man, those are some of the additions that we've added to the team, and just defensively, this team has blossomed. And we go to the offensive side of the ball. And like I said, we lost Henry, but we brought in AD, AK, AP, you know what I mean? And you got that boy Tannehill, who's out there, who knows how to win games, who knows how to bring the funk when we need it. Right. And then, of course, y'all know about Julio. Y'all seen Julio, man, when y'all play the Falcons. Y'all know the guy Julio, and then we got that boy AJ. So those are some of the strengths of our teams that we have in our core. And I think also we can't forget the mayor of Murfreesboro, a.k.a. Kevin Byard, man. Everybody tends to get his name wrong. And if Saints fans don't know who he is, number 31.
Oh, that's the man right there.
That's the man.
That dude damn good, man.
Hey, arguably the best safety in the league. It was trending to be the defensive player of the year. So, I mean, the Titans are stacked from top to bottom, and I don't think the league kind of realized that until Henry went down, and then you ask those supporting players to come up and say, hey, we need y'all to step up in a time, and we need y'all to step up now. So what you got Sunday was something that I think defensively we were waiting on as Titans fans, but I think we got an extra sauce with it, and it just the world scene, and it was like, oh, man, the Titans are for real. So that's some of the strengths we got, Big Q.
Yeah, I'll tell you something, Lockdown, man. I was looking at the depth chart, man, and doing some research on the Titans, man, for this upcoming week. And I'm looking all around. You mentioned Autry and a few Harold Landry and a few other of them guys, Bud Dupree and Jacque Rabbit's there. Of course, Kevin Bayard. And then, of course, I see one of our old players, Elijah Molden, who's the son of Alex Molden. I don't know how he's performing.
That's right.
But, I remember scouting him in there. His father played for us. He wasn't very good. Hopefully his son is a lot better. Right. But anyway, Hawk, coming to you, bro.
Okay.
Let me ask you, Julio Jones, bro, because Lockdown brought up a great point about Julio. How Julio looking in y'all system, bro?
Well, I would say with Julio, as we all know, I know you're a big NBA fan too. I know you cover the Pelicans. I'm a big NBA fan myself too. It's a thing called load management, right? Mm-hmm. A la Kawhi Leonard, right? But right now, that's what we're doing with Julio Jones. And this past game was the first game he's played the entire game. So I think right now he's still rusty trying to figure it out. But when his number's been called, he's made the play. And as time goes on, he's going to get better and better. And he's going to get more healthy as well along the way too. So it kind of started off kind of rough. Throughout the season, we've been playing him one game and then taking him off 2 games, things like that. So we've been kind of keeping him cool. At the end of the day, we're still the number 1 team in the AFC, even without him playing. So that only bodes well for us when he is out there playing. Now, he's not the Julio. His first name is Quintorris. That's his name. He's not the same guy that, you guys face a lot in Atlanta. And when Atlanta and New Orleans play each other, man, that's like one of the better rivalries in the league. It's unbelievable, right? And same with us and the Ravens. There's certain teams that just hate each other. You guys are divisional rivals, no question about that. But what I'd say is, if we had the Atlanta Julio, oh my gosh, it'd be wild. But we don't need that right now. As time goes on, he'll get there. As games keep going, man, we're continuing to improve. I think more than anything, man, the thing that's improved for us, and Jacque can attest to this, is our defense. You know what I'm saying? Right. Last year, we were one of the worst defenses in the league, and we still won our division, and we still made it to the playoffs. So all I had to ask is for our defense to play at least to 13th. If they can finish 13th or 14th in the league in overall ranking, Big Q, hear what I'm telling you. Yes, the Tennessee Titans can win the Super Bowl. And I've never said that. I'm not one of those fanatics like, oh, my gosh, the Titans will never lose, right? They will never lose a game. That's a damn lie, right? Me and Jacque have always talked like, hey, someone says I look like Memphis Bleak. That's hilarious. Lamar, damn, it's like that? Okay, that's funny.
Oh,
like
man.
Throw the rock. Okay, so Bleak. Okay, so what got me off my thought now? Okay, so looking at us offensively, we have never said that we would win the Super Bowl until this year. And we said that in the preseason. Check our show out. You'll see what we're saying. That's how confident we felt about our team based on last year. We had the number 5 offense in the league last year. Our defense was terrible, and we still won a lot. We won 12 games last year. So you got to look at that. You know what I'm saying? And I say New Orleans, we know about Trevor Siemian. He was with us last. So we know about your quarterback. Okay. I don't know if folks know that. He was with us last year as a practice squad quarterback. And I'm telling you, man, if y'all don't know about our defense, I know y'all know a lot about Derrick Henry. I mean, I'm wearing this jersey. And that's all folks think of. But, man, it's our defense. Ask the Rams that. That's why they signed OBJ. Man, they need help. We made them rethink life right now. They're sitting there in therapy session like, damn, we thought we was this and that. And the Titans came in and smacked the crap out of them. So, hey, we here, man. Hey, it should be a great game, man. The Battle of the South around here, man. It should be great.
Right. Yeah, that's intriguing, bro, because you're right. I was looking at some some tape on that defense, man. Very fast and nasty. You look at it was very versatile too, man. Looking at the defense, man, Janoris, and you mentioned Trevor Siemian and him, and knowing about Trevor Siemian, but the guy that we're very familiar with in the Who Dat Nation is Jack Rabbit Jenkins, who you guys have, and no doubt about it, Jack Rabbit is in there sprinkling game on the rest of the Titans assistants, saying we with to watch out for the black and gold. They like to do this offensively speaking.
That's right.
So I know the Jack Rabbit, he was by, I'll say, our best cornerback last year, and what he was able to do. He'd had easily 9 interceptions last year had he not dropped. He dropped a lot of interceptions last year.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, but let me ask you, brothers. Let me ask you, bro. Adrian Peterson, bro, y'all just picked him up. Derrick Henry lost for the year. We had AP down here for a flash moment. He was Coach Payton couldn't deal with him. He got down here, and Payton I know Payton promised that man. Coach Payton promised that man that he'll have an opportunity to shine. But all the thing you've seen was Adrian Peterson mugging the hell out of Sean Payton when he wanted to get in the game, and Payton got him up out of here. Right. So, I mean, I know he just came back, but how is he looking for you guys right now? I see him sitting on top of the starting running back situation. How's he looking for y'all?
So right now it's early, and Sunday was him basically get his feet wet. But this is the perfect system for him. We'll run first team, pass second, right? And AP's a violent runner.
Right.
And it's one of those things where if we're going to lose Henry, why not replace him with another Hall of Famer in AP, who he gets compared a lot to, is AP. So AP got a touchdown. I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was 151 for touchdowns. I think he got his 151 touchdowns of his career on Sunday. But I think it's one of those things where the defense plays so well that every time the Titans had the ball, the offense didn't really have to do too much. I mean, you had AP trying to figure it out. So I think offensively, too, we're trying to figure out who's going to carry the load. Is it going to be AP? Is it going to be Deontay Foreman? So they're trying to figure out that particular part of it. But AP, I mean, he's a little rusty, but I feel like probably game 3, probably not even this game. I think he'll get going a little bit, but I know specifically game 3, you're going to see probably that old AP kick in to where he can get you about 15, 16 yards here, and then he'll slow down in 15, 16 yards here. So he's looking pretty good. He just got to get his feet wet and get going. So, yeah, man, he's getting there. But, I mean, it's not like a big drop-off from if we had to go out and get a a different style of running back, like a Alvin Kamara that's very quick.
Yeah.
He's a quick running back, right? So our offense tends to run on heavy. We like heavy. So AP fits that scheme very well.
Yeah, bro.
No paper.
Bro, I was looking at the Foreman who used to play. I mean, I remember Foreman and McNichols, you guys got as reserves as well.
Yep.
So I don't know if the guys like the mix, but yeah, Tennessee's a team that runs the ball, plays defense, and I think that's where the black and gold is right now. Last year, we was one of the top rushing league units in the league, and I like I said, for some time, for the last several years, we were kind of fooling people because the Saints were a dominant running team. I mean, who runs for 7 touchdowns in one football game on the pro team on Christmas Day and put up several contests of over 200-yard performances? If anybody know the importance of 200-yard rushing game, is you guys.
Right.
You know what Derrick Henry, what he's able to accomplish. And like some of the commercials I seen with him running, and he carrying people all up into the damn airport. He running on the treadmill machine. And I was like, yeah, this dude is a beast. He's absolutely that. But look, fam, first of all, big ups to the y'all that joining us in the chat. Much love to the Great Saint Think Tank. We have the brothers chiming in from the Tennessee Titans Weekly. They're previewing the game with us this week. And listen, the Titans is something serious, fam. We coming up off this game. You know, we had Lowe and his Atlanta Falcons. We gave up that game. We came back up in that game, scored 22 points in the fourth quarter, only to turn around in the defense to let this team get down the field and kick a field goal on us. And we lose to the Giants, with a defensive collapse toward the back end. We can't play no games with the Tennessee Titans. I mean, even though Derrick Henry's not there, they still got a lot of talent. People kind of overlook them because of Derrick Henry's not there, and I don't think that'll be very wise to do. A.J. Brown is still a threat. He's terrible. He's a guy that he'll kill you 8 ways from Tuesday, and they got a lot of defensive players too. So let's get into that, fam. Let's get into that, brothers. Let's talk about that because I know y'all made mention of the running attack. What's your philosophy coming into the game? How do you think Tennessee defeats the Saints in this one? We're gonna start with you, Brother Hawk. How do you think? What's the keys to victory for the Titans? And then we're gonna go to you, Brother Lockdown. Brother
All right.
Hawk.
So I've watched a lot of film of the Saints, a lot, and now correct me if I'm wrong. From what I've seen, the team is totally different now than when they had Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston had a pretty good control of the offense over the last few games, throwing the football, right? Even to the point of opening up the field for Alvin Kamara, the former UT Vol, to run the football, right? I know Kamara right now is dealing with an injury. I don't know his status if he's going to play, but I think that's huge for us because the one thing we have struggled with is good running backs that can catch the football, okay? And he's one of those guys. Alvin Kamara is a beast. But for us, honestly, I honestly think our defense is going to do great. And I looked at the blocking scheme that the Saints had, through those games and things, and a pretty decent blocking, when it comes to, run blocking. But I think pass blocking, there's some opportunities. And we arguably have the best, besides maybe Tampa Bay, we arguably have the best front four in the league. You look at Danico Autry, you look at Jeffrey Simmons, you look at Harold Landry, and you look at Bud Dupree. Them boys aren't playing, okay? They're not playing. And they're going to apply the pressure on Trevor Siemian. Can Trevor Siemian get the ball out? Then I have to question, okay, New Orleans, who is he going to throw it to? I mean, it looks like, when I'm watching the games, the tape, that he likes to throw it to Marquez Callaway. Callaway, it seems to be the number one receiver, at least at this time, without Michael Thomas. Am I correct about that, to say that?
Well, I mean, he spreads it around, but Deontay Harris is a guy who likes to go through Callaway. So
yeah, the speedy guy.
Right.
Yeah, he's got the speed. But I think that's where, New Orleans can struggle in passing the football is pass blocking. And from what I've seen, I think Kamara could have a good game more than what we think. I think he can, based on him being healthy. Now, on the other side, that's where I think the biggest struggle can come from the New Orleans Saints, and that's the pass defense. Marshawn Lattimore, of course, is your best corner. He's had some struggles. I've seen it, against some of the top receivers. And he seems to get in a fight every game. And A.J. Brown is going to test him mentally and verbally. He's going to test Marshawn and get Marshawn in his emotions. And sometimes it seems that I've seen when he's off his emotion, he's off his game. And so, we'll see that. But the middle of the field is wide open. Kyle Pitts was giving y'all problems. I was looking at, just in the middle of the field.
From Patterson.
Right, exactly. Yes. So the middle of the defense, your run defense is pretty good. Okay. New Orleans has a good front four too. Y'all, we see that. I'm like, damn, they tackle pretty well. But if you can run, you run in the middle against the New Orleans Saints. In the middle is where the issue is, in my opinion. I look at some of the linebackers, like Pete Warner. I was looking at him. Demario Davis is pretty good, got a lot of speed, but they're not run stopping linebackers. And so I think the opportunities for us is to run it in the middle. And even if we pass the football, throw slants, get in the middle, cause issues in the middle. And, I think we have a very good opportunity to win this game. I really do.
All right. Thank you, brother Hawk. Coming to you now, brother Lockdown.
Yes, sir. So, great points. As we say on our show, facts, no paper, or what Hawk just said. But I'm going to go same thing, man. Offensively, how the Titans can beat the Saints is like what we do. We watch film. And like Hawk said, the middle is wide open. And I know Cordell Patterson was giving y'all fits. I was one route that I seen. He went a real route, and Matt Ryan threw it over. And I said, boom, he got it. Cordell, he got it. So with the weapons that the Titans have, you don't want to underestimate. Yeah, we got A.J. Brown, and also we got Julio, who I think he ended up on the injury report today. So I think it's hamstring. So he might be a game time decision. So that kind of helps out the Saints on defense a little bit. But then you got NWI. We call him Nick Akina Westbrook. You also got Marcus Johnson, and you got Chester Rogers. So Tannehill, sort of like Trevor Siemian, likes to spread the ball around a lot, and he checks down a lot. So the middle will be there. Running the ball, too. I think this is a game, like I told you earlier, AP will get going the third game, but I think this is a good game for him to really test himself and really get real comfortable with the Titans offense to the point where, hey, you give him a little bit more carries. I think he only had 10 carries. So up his carry count by 15, and then you see what Deontay Foreman is going to do. So I think this game, you're going to see a good mix and a good balance because it's one of those things where, hey, the Saints got a good front four. The front four is amazing, right? I think y'all leading sacker is I can't pronounce. I think it's Tanohu. Yep. Okay. Exactly. So he leads y'all with 4 sacks, and it's just one of those things. It's like, okay, hey, if y'all can get to our offensive line, we can prevent problems. But our offensive line, if we block, we'll be fine. On the defensive side of the ball, like Hawk said, we know Trevor Siemian. He was here with the Titans, so we understand his tendencies, right? And like you said earlier, Q, Jack Rabbit is already whispering in the coach's ears of what the Saints do on offense, what they tend to do. Now, we know this is not the same Saints team from a year ago, even 2 years ago. I know Michael Thomas is hurt. Just injuries across the board, just like us. We injured as well. And y'all losing Jameis was huge. Like I told Hawk earlier, I said, if they had Jameis, I think this would be a game I'd be like, we better watch out on defense, right? And I'm not counting out anything with Trevor Siemian because he played very well when with these last couple of games he had to start where he's spreading the ball out very well. And that's something I noticed that he does. But the thing is, he has to score points. And that's something I noticed last week where, like you said, they scored points late. When I was watching the game, I said, okay, they were in the red zone, but they're just not scoring points. Letting the Falcons, keeping the Falcons. And the typical Falcon thing to do is the Falcons get up, maybe 21, 22, and then they let the team come back. This is what the Falcons do. But on defense, and just your offensive line is decent, but I think going against that front four is going to be a challenge from what they did to New Orleans, to the Rams Sunday, to where Jeff Simmons. I call Sunday's game Jeff Simmons coming out party because we were waiting as Titans fans to see what Jeff Simmons can do, right? He's been getting double teamed all year. All of a sudden, he has 3 sacks in a game, and he's creating pressures and chaos. People got to understand in football, it's not always about sacks. It's creating pressure and chaos, right? Because you create that pressure, what happens is you get that quarterback thrown on his back foot, makes mistakes. So it's one of those things with the Titans defense. If we get Christian Fulton back, that's just an added piece to the element. So like Hawk said, with the receivers that you guys get, we've already kind of been through the gauntlet of just teams that we've seen, just some of the top-notch teams in that stretch of games that we played. We've seen the Bills, the Chiefs, the Colts, the Rams. So we've seen just top-notch receivers. So with our defense, it's like they're so battle-tested. It's like, hey, bring it on. So that's something there. Look out for the pressures and then look out for turnovers. Tell Trevor Siemian, don't throw it. Don't throw it in the middle because Byard is sitting there lurking. He's very smart.
Listen, not only Byard, but also Jack Rabbit is sitting
Rabbit too.
And listen, you guys got some players that's injured when they get healthy. And I don't know, looking at next year's, you're looking at some people that Farley's there. The cornerback there, he's on IR. And you got, I see who you guys got. Evans is one of the guys, linebackers that I liked coming out of college. He's sitting inside for you guys. I like Bud Dupree, his acquisition. Harold Landry the third. That guy's from Boston College, isn't he?
Yep,
Is that
Boston College.
I remember him. So I mean,
Yep.
a few of these guys I remember scouting the ways. There was some talented players,
Yeah.
and I know if anything, y'all coach is a guy that believes in playing defense. So
Yes.
so this dude's serious about that. But yeah, I'm gonna get you guys score predictions as well. Good to hear about your insight on your squad like that. Let me share mine with the fam. Hit the like button, family. We got the brothers from the Tennessee
Hit that like
Titans
button.
Weekly.
Absolutely.
Shaman Industry. Hit the like button for the family. They're giving you some great content. They're giving you a look at their squad and they're telling you how it is, fam. So hit the like button for them, dropping some science about their squad. All right, the black and gold, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, fam. That's all I can do. I've seen the black and gold, man, and I look at the Saints defense and I said, man, they're very good. But we have these times when we kind of we let things happen when we shouldn't happen at the wrong times of the games. Now it don't happen. I ain't gonna say it happens a lot, but twice is enough. When it costs you, when you have an opportunity to close the game down with your defense, and the defense allows teams to score touchdowns or get in positions to score to help you lose, that's concerning. But also, our defense has a very high IQ, and just like you guys, the Saints did a wonderful job of bringing in draft picks. Not only that, but undrafted guys as well, who are really helping us out this year. And I think Demario Davis, you guys are very familiar with Demario Davis. We lost. He is a guy that's ageless and timeless. He is a absolute, not a beast, but a wildebeest, as I call him. He's a guy that's special in so many ways. He's incredible. He gets guys lined up correctly, and he makes adjustments along with the quarterback. Very intelligent. I think the Saints' run defense is elite level because of just the mindset of us not wanting you to run. We're going to take the running attack from you. And David Onyemata, who's our best interior guy, has returned from that 6-game suspension. So he'll occupy the center of there. And of course, you'll see opportunities when Cam, the man, Jordan, and Davenport move around there. So yes, you're right. The front four is going to be something. The linebacker core, I caution you brothers to pay attention to the linebacker core of the Saints. Well, besides Demario Davis, Pete Werner's a guy that moves around very well. And we're getting good play from guys like Quan Alexander, too. He didn't look good against Atlanta, like you mentioned that lockdown about that wheel route with Patterson. He was killing the Saints defense. For whatever reason, we didn't adjust to what he was doing. Had we done that, we would have taken him out. For whatever reason, we just didn't take him serious enough to do anything about it. Obviously, when it came down to the last play of the game, when we was a single high situation as opposed to in the prevent with 41 seconds left on the clock and you up by 2. So the defense is like the IQ of the defense. Okay, listen, we gave it up to Atlanta. You can't lose to Atlanta in your own building. That's a big no-no. Like Baltimore beating you guys in Tennessee. That's a big no-no. You can't let that happen. Some shit gonna fly if you let that happen. Right, so it's the same thing with us. You can't let that happen. The Who Dat Nation was pissed off about that, fought back, and then we gave up the game. So it's like this with the Who Dat Nation. The Saints always, like, it's just in our history how we have things. It's a letdown against the Falcons, and then the next opportunity against the Titans. We know who the Titans are, not just record-wise, but the Titans are a dangerous team. Every time we go up to Tennessee to play the Titans, it's not easy. It wasn't easy the last time we went up there when Derrick Henry wasn't there. Right. So it's always a fight with Tennessee. It's just what it is. And Tennessee feel like they seem like an NFC team to me, not an AFC team. They like a gritty ass NFC team. Yep. That's what I think about Tennessee. Right. But listen, fam, I'm gonna be honest with you. Alvin Kamara is banged up. Lamarck Ingram's there. Coach Payton wants to run the ball. He does like his wide receivers, and people are talking about the unknown wide receivers. But listen, regardless or not, these guys make things happen. They don't have the big name, but it's a reason why these guys are learning as they go. So, it's going to, like, at the end of the day, I just think it's going to be a fantastic game, and I can't wait for the game on Sunday to get. It's going to be a physical affair. So let's move into that, bro. I'm gonna give. You want to chime in on that, Hawk? You want to say something about that before we jump to the score prediction? You want to say something about that?
Yeah, I do agree. I do pretty much agree. Facts, no paper on everything you stated about the Saints, and everything. And Me and Jacque have talked about that as far as the concern. It is the front four of the Saints. The defense is real, and it has been real for a long time. And Demario Davis, a linebacker with full of speed, and makes a lot of plays on the field. So that is a concern. The concern for us too is we don't have Derrick Henry, so we still are trying to figure out our run game. And I do think one player that players or teams might not know about a lot is again Deontay Foreman, who changed his number. He's number 7 now. And I know people talk about AP and Jeremy McNichols, but be careful of Foreman. I think he's sort of like baby Derrick Henry. He kind of plays like Derrick Henry.
I remember him from the Bills. Wasn't he from the Bills? He was with the Bills? Or what was the Giants?
He used to play for the Texans.
Houston. Texans. That's right.
And he had good games with the Texans. He just had injuries. So we got him on the low. $2 in a bucket. It's when we picked him up. You know what I'm saying? So he's glad to be here and things. So we understand what the Saints defense possesses, and it's gonna be a challenge for us running the football. I do agree with that 100%.
And also I want to add to that too. Our offensive line has been banged up, or they haven't been playing up to par like they were last year. Right? I think right now they have allowed 23 sacks. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hawk.
23
sacks, and last year I think it was the total of 19 or 18
for the whole season.
Season. So that's something that I think the Saints, if of course Sean is scouting it all day. Hey, if you want to exploit the Titans on offense, get to the offensive line. The offensive line is where the weakest, especially in the interior. The interior and Davenport, you can act the fool. So if that's something where it has to be, do it. And we're a limping team, and I don't see how we continue to do what we've been doing from all the injuries that we've had on the offensive line. If you go back and look at the game Sunday, I think we just had a guy out there guarding Aaron Donald. And he did his best. I mean, he did enough, but our interior line, man, y'all front four is impeccable. And that's something that me and Hawk talked about too. I said Saints offense is cool, but their defense is what you really have to watch out for. And like you said too, Q, about the watch out for the no-name receivers. I don't think people realize that it's any given Sunday, right? And anybody can get it. And it doesn't matter. You see what the Falcons did with number 17, and his name is slipping my mind.
Gage.
Yes, Gage. And the other guy. What was his name? Shoot, he was acting a fool too.
Zacchaeus or whatever.
He had 2 touchdowns.
Zacchaeus or something like that. So it those unknown receivers, I don't look past that at all. I'm like, okay, they're still NFL receivers. You still have to do your job. And I bet you Coach Vrabel was telling them the same thing. Hey, watch out for tendencies. I don't care if it's Julio in front of you. I don't care if it's no blow. He still's an NFL receiver. He still does what you do. So,
and Q, I don't know if you've seen our injury list. All right. We are the number 1 team in the NFL with injuries. So far, we've had 77 players at some point in time on the injury report. It's unbelievable, right? I don't know how we've been able to maintain, but I put that to coaching.
Right.
Put it to coaching.
Yeah, bro. I got it right here, bro. You
look at that.
Look, stuff.
Exactly. You see 5 weeks. Y'all see that? Y'all look at it. That's unbelievable. Y'all see that? That's a book.
Look at all that. Look at that.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
It's been like that all season.
All season. Yep. I don't see. I'm like Hawk. I don't see how we continue to string together. And like Hawk said, it goes to coaching. And Mike Vrabel's done a tremendous job of load management and putting the people, because I don't think people realize Taylor Lewan didn't play on Sunday. And if Vrabel feels like you have a tweak, just a little tweak, you're an emergency use only. He did it to Bud Dupree in week 2. He did it to Taylor Lewan here, and he does it to Julio a lot too. So it's, man, the Titans Nation is like, let's just roll with it, right?
Yeah, that's right. Trey Joseph, I agree. Trey Joseph, he's telling the truth in the comments. That is a fact, sir. That is right. That's something, man. We need some more gumbo is what we need. We need some of that New Orleans gumbo. That's what we need.
Well, bro, listen, bro, y'all, listen, you're absolutely right. I was looking at that injury list. I was like, good grief, man. But listen, look at the Titans at 7-2.
Yeah,
that's true.
Hey.
4-0 in this big stretch too. Like Bills, Chiefs, Colts, Rams. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's
pretty 2-2.
Bro, that Chiefs, Rams, and listen, it's just, what are you guys on a 5-game winning streak right now?
5 games, yes.
We are on a 5-game. Yeah, we are.
5-game.
Man, listen.
And the last time we lost, and I was there in New York, went to go see them lose to the Jets. But they, a lot of injuries on the field. I hate to make excuses. I mean, that's some truth to that. We had special teamer starting at receiver. We had our wedge buster being wide receiver number 1, but we've won ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, fam. Big ups to the fam. Join us. Hit the like button, fam. We got terrific content from the brothers chiming in from the Tennessee Titans Weekly. Really smart brothers. They know their stuff, as you can hear. They on point. They tell it like it is, real deal. And like I said, we had to find real deal family members, and I feel honored that these brothers are on the stream dropping that science. Now, fam, much love to y'all, brothers. Right. Hit the like button, fam, and also make sure y'all put these brothers on the list to subscribe to their platform at Tennessee Titans Weekly. And I'm gonna be making an appearance over there at 9:00 Central Time, and we're gonna talk some more Saints and Titans football when we're done here. So just to let you guys know. So let's get into it, fam. With the score predictions from you brothers. How do you think the game plays out, fam?
Go for it, Jacque.
So how we feel about score predictions, man? We hate giving them, but I know for the show
they're gonna ask for them though.
That's why I was like, for the show, man, definitely. Honestly, man, I think this is gonna be a good defensive game, and our offense, like I said, is still trying to figure it out. But I feel like they have better opportunities with this game than they did last game. So I'm looking at, man, probably like a low scoring game, maybe like 27-20 Titans.
27, okay.
That's a legit score, brother. So I'm on that same plateau. I don't think offensively we're gonna put up a whole lot of points. I think we're still trying to figure things out. I just think again our defenses were going to hold us through for right now until Derrick Henry does come back, and the defense is having a ball out there. So can Trevor Siemian, can they score enough points? Is going to be the question, and I think that's going to be a struggle. So I'm going to say Tennessee 24, New Orleans 17.
24-17. Okay, I got you on that, Hawk. This is the thing with me, man, with the Saints offense, still very much unpredictable. Mm-hmm. But what I'm telling you about Peyton is that he's not nervous at all about running the game plan through Trevor Siemian. 41 attempts in the last contest. They lit up the fourth quarter, went nuclear, struggled for 3 quarters, and just all of a sudden it just exploded and scored 22 points and almost stole the game if it wasn't for the defense giving up the big play toward the back end. Mm-hmm. So I mean that would have been exceptional. But I'm watching watching Trevor Siemian, and I'm still trying to figure out, how this thing is going to play, because Coach Peyton at times you can see that he has a propensity to want to pass, even though he has Kamara and Mark Ingram there. That he wants to, so it's like, what does he do this game? You're going on the road into Tennessee. You want to bring the defense is coming. Our special teams have been pretty good. So my thing is I'm a running game guy. You work the pass off the back of the run, and I think that's how you have that success there. And I'm anticipating. We'll see how it plays, but that's my game plan. Looking forward is that we have to establish the run. We're gonna have to run the football. So I don't know what the status is on Ingram. I'm thinking Lamar Miller, who the former Tennessee Houston Texan a running back, is on our practice squad. So if Kamara is a little banged up, we're anticipating they might activate him as well. So my call on the game too, I'm right around there too, fam. I'm gonna say 27-24, something like that, 28-24, something like that, or even 24-21, something like that. I'm somewhere around in that area. I'm thinking the black and gold, because usually when we come off a loss to Atlanta, we pissed off because the Who Dat Nation tore into them this past week about losing the game they did. So they're going to try to come out and have a performance on the next team, which is the Tennessee Titans. So let me one last question for you, brothers. Hip us to a couple of players that we might not know about, guys to watch out from your squads, whether it's offense or defense. Give me a player or two who you think is a sneaky good player that we need to be concerned about in the Who Dat Nation for the Titans.
Okay. So in the comment section, this will let me know if they know about this guy. He wears number 98. Can somebody tell me who that guy is? That's why if I said 22, you'd say Derrick Henry. If I said 17, you'd say Ryan Tannehill. Who wears number 98? I'll give them maybe 30 seconds, and I'll see. We'll see here.
Is that Landry? Is that Landry Hawk?
Nope.
It's not Landry.
Not Landry. Nope.
He wears what? 50.
He wears 58. 58. Okay.
58. Okay.
DLP 2600.
Got it.
There he is. Okay. A few people didn't know.
Yeah.
Even baby said, "Yo, mama." It's
Come
Jeffrey
on,
Simmons. It's Big Jeff. Okay. He is a beast. Okay. In the NFL, when you look at defensive tackles, Jeffrey Simmons, he's a young dude, 23 years old, and he's unbelievable. He had 3 sacks in one half against the Rams. I don't know if you guys saw the Buffalo Bills Tennessee Titans game when Josh Allen tried to sink the ball to get the first down. Not only did he tackle Josh Allen, he tackled the offensive guard that was blocking in Deion Dawkins. Jeffrey Simmons was picked 22nd in the draft. Okay. He had issues, off the field issues, and he had a torn ACL in February. What happened because of that, he should have been a top 3 pick, but we picked him up at the 22nd pick. Be careful. As DLP 2600 said, Mississippi State is the SEC guy, right? Hey, he's unbelievable. If you don't know about him, watch him. And you bring up a good point about the Falcons game as far as, Sean Payton getting away from running the ball. I felt the same. I said, well, Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram are running pretty well. Why are they going away from that? So for us, we have a better run defense. And so, I still say if you're Sean Payton, you still try to run the football because Alvin Kamara is a dynamic running. But we know about Kamara. Again, he went to UT. He went to UT.
Tell him again, Hawk. Maybe a Tennessee man to get him to listen.
Yeah, man. Hey, seriously. Hey, Kamara is incredible, right? I know he's banged up. But you still go through, you go through your progressions and you run them. But that young guy right there, he's unbelievable. Watch him. He's
5. Good grief.
Yes. So, and I told Jacque 2 weeks ago, Tennessee State University here in Nashville had homecoming, and we were out and about, and I seen this guy in person. Huge. I'm 6'2". This guy's like 6'4". He's huge, right? He's a problem. Watch number 98. Your offensive guards, they better be ready. I'm telling you. So that's for me, Jacque.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, for me, I'm gonna go actually on both sides of the ball. Defensively, number 37, Hawk, Amani Hooker.
Yep, Hook. Get him, Hook.
He's the opposite of Byard. So I don't know if y'all watched the game on Sunday, which everybody probably did. He was a key piece on stopping Henderson from getting that first down, and ultimately when on 4th down, that's when they turnover on downs. Amani Hooker is so underrated. He had 4 interceptions last year. And he took the place of y'all know who, Kenny Vaccaro, who the Saints Nation knows very well. And when he came out of Iowa, this kid was amazing, man. And the Hawk has always known I've been high on Amani. He's just a sideline guy. He's not afraid to hit you. It's almost like Byard is Batman, he's Robin. And when I say Batman and Robin, he has saved us in so many games. The Bills games that Hawk iterated to. Josh Allen was running. It was 3rd and 1. He's the one who ultimately stopped Josh Allen from getting that first down. So Amani Hooker is one of those players that he's sneaky good, and he's up in the box safety who's not afraid to hit, and he makes plays at the right time. On offense, not too many people know about is Nick Kakina Westbrook. Yes, I said it, Hawk. NWI. Okay. He's from Indiana. Indiana Hoosier. He was an undrafted free agent that came in, and he's found a spot on his team. He's one of those players that in the right time, he makes plays. And it's the most weirdest thing. Even Sunday, I think it was like 3rd and 8 or 9, and Tannehill threw it in the seam, and Nick caught it. Nick is becoming one of the premier guys in this offense that people don't know about, and it's a good thing because people are checking for AJ. They're checking for Julio. They're checking for Tannehill and Derrick Henry, but they're not checking for him. I think he has, like I said, 2 touchdowns already on the season. So he's one of those players that if you don't watch out for him, he can make plays and they can be in the right moments and do the right thing. So that's 2 underrated players from me, Q.
Yeah. Facts, right, no paper, sir.
Yeah. I was looking at some of the highlights while I was checking these guys out, man. And these guys' talent. Like I said, man, this is a good game right here, man. This is going to be a very good game to kind of measure because right now Tennessee playing really good. They're on a 5-game winning streak, beat some really good teams within that 5 wins, dealing with a lot of injuries, which means they winning like that, meaning that they tough as hell. Plus, you got to go up in the building and take them on. So I'm really, this is going to be an excellent game. I can't wait to watch it with the family on the watch party. So this is going to be fun, man. So big time. But hey, listen, let me give you brothers were kind enough to give me some of your guys. Let me share a guy or two with you that y'all already know about the Laddie Daddies and Lattimore and the rest of these guys. But another guy here that we couldn't have paid Jack Rabbit for whatever reason. The Saints said they couldn't afford him, which was kind of, I think that was some bunk. But Paulson Adebo is another guy, the rookie. You guys look out. The cornerbacks playing really well right now. Now, he had a few letdowns, but overall, way more positives than negatives. Smart, lone cornerback, good tackler, really intelligent guy. He's getting better all the time. So Paulson Debo is a really good player for us. And, of course, offensively speaking, you know about the Kamaras and guys like that, but do not underestimate some of our young wide receiver cores, the Callaways, and, of course, Jawan Johnson, who's a tight end that caught 3 touchdowns for us. He will be back in this upcoming game. He was benched last week because Coach Payton said he needed some help on the special teams and benched the guy, and I don't know what that's about. But anyway, watch, these guys are terrific. So despite a lot of the rumblings that we need better wide receivers, we are doing the Saints are 5-3 and doing pretty good. And had we better defensive plays in those 2 losses, we'd be sitting up here looking at just 1 loss because we really didn't show up for the Carolina game, offensively speaking. So, yeah, that's my call on it. But listen, fam, listen, man, I appreciate the brothers. Much love to the brothers from the Tennessee Titans Weekly. Show them some love. Once again, brothers, feel free to share your platform with the family members. Let them know where you could be reached again.
Cool, man. Well, Big Q, again, thank you kindly for inviting us on the show, man. This was fun. We enjoyed talking football, especially against the teams that we're going to face and getting insight as well, too. You're incredibly knowledgeable about the Saints, and that's much respect as well.
Too,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you. So, so for those that have never checked us out, check us out on YouTube at Tennessee Titans Weekly. We are also on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. We are on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. We also have Tennessee Titans Weekly on Apple, and we have it on Spotify as well. So we're out there. Check us out, full of content. We've had opportunities to interview Titan players with ex-Titan players, and we've been able to interview a lot of people. So check us out, man. Again, Big Q, thank you for the invite, sir.
Right. Appreciate like Hawk said again, Q, once again, brother, hey, you know your Saints, dog. So I give you big ups, man, and we really appreciate you coming on to the show, man, because me and Hawk kind of scrambling to figure out, hey, man, who can we come on the show? Who can we have to come on the show? And we got that email. I was like, oh, this is solid. So, and definitely, guys, like you said, man, subscribe to the show. And Q will be on our show at 9 o'clock Central Time. So come on through, man. Come join the weekly family. We talk Saints and Titans, man. And, hey, ultimately, I'm going to be at the game Sunday, so I'll definitely see it live. So it's going to be pretty cool, man. And like I said, Q, once again, brother, appreciate it. And shout out to Saints Nation. Hey, salute.
Salute and respect to the Tennessee Titan family members up in this thing, very knowledgeable. And if one thing we respect in the great Saint think tank is intelligence, man. And you brothers know y'all squad and y'all straight shooters. So much love and respect to you guys, man, on it. And I'm going to see you brothers at 9 o'clock Central Time over there on the Tennessee Titans Weekly, man. And we're going to bring a lot of the black and gold over there with you.
Yes, sir. Sounds good, brother.
All right. Thank y'all, brothers. I'm going to holler at y'all a little later. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, brothers. Peace.
Yes.
All right. Great, man. That was great commentary from the brothers, man. Much love. I know brothers is cool, man, as you can see, man. And like I said, we'll be on the Tennessee Titans Weekly tonight. We'll be doing the 9 o'clock stream with the family members over there. For the family members to feel free to join as well. So if you want to go over there, we're going to take some questions and whatnot. So yeah, that was fun. So with that being said, fam, hit the like button, man, if you enjoyed the stream. Got a lot of good information from some diehard Tennessee Titan family members over there, dropping it about their squad, letting you know what time it is, about their defense and all that kind of stuff, baby. So, like that. With that being said, we're going to go over a few things. I got a few news and notes I won't go over with you, Saints-related news and notes, family, that I won't go over with you before we go. And, of course, we had a few other things to talk about. We're going to go over the injury report as well for the stream here. All right, and this is what it's looking like tonight, family, on the Saints matchup here on Thursday night with the black and gold, as it's man, like I said, Tennessee Titans deal with a lot, but New Orleans Saints defensive end Peyton Turner was placed on the IR, man. So pretty much ending what's going on, at least for the foreseeable, for the near future. We don't know if it's for the season or not, but the Saints are not taking any chances. Peyton Turner was dealing with that calf injury over the last several weeks, and the Saints are going to give him an opportunity to kind of heal up that first round draft pick. Boy, what is our problem with defensive ends that we select and injuries? What is going on here? Why can't we get a healthy defensive end to play a full season? Man, the last time we had a guy like that, it was Cam Jordan. Where can we find another young Cam at, fam? That's what, what we drafted. It was like we looking And Peyton Turner is like Davenport. You ain't kidding. I mean, we need to go and find the next Cam Jordan. That's what we need to do. We don't need to go draft another Marcus Davenport type player, man. We need somebody that can hang around a bit. But my goodness, we done had some unfortunate dealing with defensive ends, fam. Isn't that the case? But he's placed on IR, so hopefully we'll get him back in the not too far future. All right, and of course, Nick Vannett. We was asking about Nick Vannett. He was elevated from the team's injury reserve to the active roster. So Peyton Turner goes on, Nick Vannett comes off, and Vannett's going to be there. Now, what does that mean for the Tennessee Titan matchup, family? You got your best blocking tight end out there. You don't think Sean Payton's going to find a way to you? Well, then again, we need Vannett out there. He's 6'7", 6'6", 6'7". He is a hell of a blocking tight end. He has soft hands too. He's not athletic, but he's a guy that can be a red zone weapon for you going up and catching the ball. He did that previously, but I think his best value is as a blocking tight end. So we get an opportunity to see Nick Vannett and what he can give to the black and gold. So let's get back into the rest of this family. As you can see, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was DNP both Wednesday and Thursday from that foot issue. Word on the street is that he's dealing with a turf toe. Word on the street could be something else, but I'm hearing it's a turf toe. So let's keep going through that thing. Alvin Kamara was DNP both Wednesday and Thursday dealing with the knee issue. Of course, the Saints brung in a running back. I want to say the man's name is Josh Adams. He brung him in on the practice squad, but I fully expect the black and gold family to ultimately bring up Lamar Miller from the practice squad and activate him onto the active roster to help out if Kamara can't go. So we'll see how it all go as well. So outside of that, let's keep it rolling here. All right, and of course you see Teron Armstead was DNP with knee and shoulder issues as well, so he didn't practice both games. Ty Montgomery, good news on Ty is that he was limited Wednesday and Thursday, which is positive. And of course, with a Peyton Turner going out, you're gonna need Carl Granderson to come in here and play. And he was shut down last week. He's limited in practice, so he's on the right road to get back. And remember, we're gonna need with Peyton Turner going out, he was a part of the rotation. So it's two things that needs to happen here. Number one, the Saints need to Carl Granderson needs to show up and step out. And number two, the Saints need to see if they can get Zach Bowen involved in some of these pass rush situations. You know we got two new passing, and David Onyemata. We still have Davenport, Chauncey, and Cam Jordan. But Carl Granderson will have to step up in his role, and we definitely need that other edge rusher or guy that can pass. Hopefully they can get Zach Bowen in there and let Zach Bowen. I want to see what he can do because he ain't playing at the linebacker position. You got Quan Alexander and Pete Werner and DeMario there. I mean, so you might as well give him an opportunity to rush the passer now that Peyton Turner is on the IR. So let's go through the Tennessee Titans. As you heard, the Tennessee Titan brothers was talking about their injury. And, man, they're not kidding, man. They got a lot of stuff going on injury-wise, but guess what? It don't stop them from winning. They're on a 5-game winning streak, and they done beat some pretty good teams in that 5 games. And you look at it, it's too many of them to even name, but a lot of these guys, man, Bud Dupree is supposed to get in that thing. Harold Landry was DNP'd, so they have a lot of issues. You see Simmons was DNP'd with the ankle. They were talking about him. You see Brown went from limited to fully practice. He's a dangerous weapon as well. Rashawn Evans is another good linebacker for him. He was DNP'd. Tyler Lewine, I think he's their best offensive lineman, was limited. And like I said, it just keeps going on. You can see Julio Jones was limited as well. He wants to play in this contest. So a lot of injuries for the Tennessee Titans in this matchup, man. Almost a mini phone book of injuries that the squad is dealing with. And the Saints have to make sure they take care of business against the Titans, no doubt about it. All right, so let's keep on going, fam. That's the Saints injury list right there. Let's see if we can go to the next topic right here and cover some stuff. Now, of course, we'll do our full game breakdown on Fridays, on Friday stream, where we'll go over the particulars and we'll do our game breakdown on our keys to victory on what we need to do against the Tennessee Titans. And of course, let's get into it. So let's hit you with this one here. Is Nick Vannett activated off injury reserve, tight end finally set to make his debut. This is from Luke Johnson coming in from Tom's Picayune, covering the scoop as Nick Vannett, which is good news. One of New Orleans Saints' few all-season acquisitions is finally set to make his debut in the black and gold. The Saints activated tight end Nick Vannett off the injury reserve Thursday, which was their last day to do so after designating him for return. IR October the 21st. Vanette has not yet appeared in the game with the Saints after signing as a free agent this offseason. He injured his knee in what turned out to be the team's preseason finale against the Jags, and New Orleans placed him on the IR. He signed a 3-year deal worth $8 million with the Saints. With 3 different teams over 6 professional seasons, Vanette has recorded 105 catches and 5 touchdowns throughout his career, mostly as a blocking tight end. He's a big guy. Sean Payton likes him a lot, and we'll see what he can do. If he's a really good blocking tight end, so he most certainly will help out in the running side of it if Coach Payton decides to run the ball. Hopefully he does, because we're going to need the running attack against the going up against the Tennessee Titans. We most certainly is. And, of course, we covered this in there. We talked about Saints plays first-round pick Peyton Turner on IR. This is coming from the Canal Street Chronicles. As Turner was having a strong debut for the season, but now he's out for at least 3 games, and they'll let him heal up with that calf issue. After not appearing in Thursday's injury report, has been confirmed that 2021's first-round pick Peyton Turner was placed on the IR by the Saints. As you've seen, lucky for the Saints, defensive end is one of the best suited for the next man-up mentality. Davenport has been superb. Cam is anchoring the other side of the line. Turner's missed 2 games due to that calf injury, getting snaps every other game except for week 1 against the Packers. Turner was generally playing between 40 to 50% of the snaps for the Saints, often as pass rush downs. He has, however, showed an aptitude for sealing the outside against the run. He has 12 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, and 3 QB hits this year. He also logged a sack in his first game against the Panthers. And passing Yoel Granderson will continue to be key roles in the Saints defensive line rotation. With Turner out as a Thursday, Granderson also has to get into the mix as well against the Tennessee Titans. So we'll see how that all goes and move. And also, like I said, it's a good opportunity for the black and gold. They need to take a look at putting Zach Bowen as a situational pass rusher. We like what Tanu Passanio gives inside and out. But also Bowen, you ain't doing nothing with him. You might as well put him in and see what he can do. That's one thing we hadn't seen from him. And, of course, finally, how about this news right here for the family? That Odell Beckham Jr. agrees to terms with the Rams. There you go. And this is something that's reported by Yahoo Sports and now ESPN, and everybody else is on that thing. Odell Beckham Jr. agrees to be with the Rams. Is this a surprise to me? Hell no, it's not a surprise to me. When we talked about teams and his Hollywood personality, of course, Los Angeles was going to be the best bet for Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, he doesn't like he was in a blue collar town like Cleveland. He didn't like that. He was in New York. He was doing all of his stuff, and he loved the big atmosphere. Now he's going with the Rams. That don't surprise me at all that he ends up going to the Los Angeles Rams. Hell, the Rams are lining up trying to get a Super Bowl. They just traded for Von Miller. They brought in Matthew Stafford, and they're doing the damn thing. Now, will Odell Beckham help them? We'll see how it all plays in the end as he agrees to term with the Rams. But a lot of the pickers now saying the Rams are going to the Super Bowl because they got Odell Beckham along with Von Miller and with Aaron Donald out there. We shall see, because the games still have to be played on the field and not on paper. Although you do look on paper, how do you look once the games come down, baby? So let's get into the article. As Odell Beckham had an opportunity to end up with the black gold, he goes to the Rams. I'm not surprised, and I'm not upset about this. Really, I'm not. It's a good move for him to do that. And this is by Adam Schefter dropping it. Former Browns wide receiver Odell Beckham is finalizing a deal with the Rams per source. Let's get into it. Free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. has agreed to terms with the Rams. Adam Schefter reported the news Thursday afternoon. After the news broke, conflicting reports stated that Beckham was also still considering the Packers. He ultimately decided on signing with the Rams. NFL Network's Ian Rapport reported that the deal is a 1-year deal. The Rams then announced the deal on their Twitter. OBJ in LA has a nice ring to it. The Rams have agreed to terms, and you can see it right there from their website. So it's not a bunch of BS. It's official. All right, the Browns released Beckham last week after 2+ seasons with him, seeing his production drop. And this is a 3-time Pro Bowler with the Giants. He reportedly had chemistry issues with Mayfield and suffered an ACL tear in 2020. Pinpointing the reason for his drop in production wasn't evident. He cleared waivers Tuesday and entered the free agency, where he had multiple suitors. Yahoo Sports' Charles Robinson reported that Beckham wanted to clear waivers and sign with a contender. Now he has. He joins a 7-2 Rams team that trails the NFC West rival Arizona by 1 game for the NFL's best record. So there you go. So yeah, he goes up there with Cooper Kupp and the rest of these guys, and we'll see what is all going on. As you can see, Von Miller is right there as well. And only thing I could say, man, is Odell Beckham, It don't surprise me that he going to LA. That fits his person, his style, if you ask me. I mean, this is a guy that like the limelight, like the big lights, and he ended up going out there to Los Angeles. So I'm not mad, man. I'm not mad at the brother. I hope everything goes well for him out there. And like we could just focus right now on who we got, and enough of the Odell Beckham Q. Is Odell Beckham coming? We need Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham chose the Rams, so we have to got to figure that out and make it work. So I guess it's on to whoever somebody else's release that everybody gonna say somebody else just released this dude. Can we go get this guy? Every time somebody releases a wide receiver, it's an article saying we should go get him. And I'm telling everybody, hey man, listen, you got guys in your wide receiver room that are not big name players. Now outside of Mike Thomas, Deontay Harris is a Pro Bowler in seasons past as a special teamer. You look at the Saints record. I mean, really and truly, honestly, if you think about it, and I know I'm harping on this a bit, but not maybe harping on it, but I'm just stating the fact. And the fact is, the two of the three losses that you had the lead on those two losses. Wasn't the offense that lost you the game. At the end of the game, there was one unit that was on the field to protect the game or win the game, and it wasn't the offense. It was the defense. The defense has to play smarter football, higher IQ football, no doubt about it. They have to step up and do a hell of a lot better job than what we've been doing in the Giants implosion. And then the foolishness that happened with the Falcons last week is just, we can't have this if we're going to play. If the defense shuts the door on the Giants and the defense shuts the door on the Falcons, you're sitting up here with just one win, with one loss. So, like I said, man, they don't have a lot of big name guys in the wide receiver room, but listen, those guys, they are improving. They are improving. I mean, I got to get Callaway stepping up. And I don't know if Coach Payton, what he's going to do. I don't know what he's going to do. He had Deshaun Jackson out there. You didn't reach for him. He wasn't interested in him. There was some ramblings around Odell Beckham, and now you see he went to the Rams. So, I mean, who else they going to throw at us that he going to turn down? I keep telling people the same shit, that Coach Payton loves this wide receiver room. He likes him a lot. That's why you didn't see any. I mean, he had a few inquiries dealing with the Giants wide receiver Slayton, but he didn't want to give up the capital to secure Slayton, whatever the Giants wanted for Slayton. We could have had him here. So it wasn't just OBJ. We asked what you want for OBJ, and they wanted whatever Coach Payton and Mickey felt like was too much. So they said, you know what, the hell with that. Let's look at Slayton. Giants was like, okay, you want this guy? Oh, whatever, you know. But you still have Kenny Stills there. You have Marquez Callaway, Deontay Harris. Probably real soon there's going to be some punishment because his trial situation, his legal stuff is completed. So the NFL can rule on him, and he is facing a 3-game suspension. It hasn't been said yet when it is, but be expecting it. So sooner or later, you're going to have to do something. You get me, fam? Something's going to have to be done. Whether you activate guys from the practice squad, can we get a look at Quan Baker? Does Coach Payton love Kevin White that much to keep him over anybody else? Kevin White. But the reality at the end of the day is this is where we are, and that's why I keep telling people. I was like, man, Sean Payton loves these wide receivers. Why you don't think if he really wanted somebody, he could have had them? I mean, this you know what I'm saying? He could have had it. He could have had it. But right now he feels, and we'll see whether or not he's justified in his approach. There was some articles I seen out there written about the Saints wide receivers. Oh, they having the numbers of wide receivers on pace to catch half of such and such balls. And I'm saying to myself, you got to realize that you got to be throwing out this stuff just to get people to bite on it. You're throwing out a worm to get the fish to bite on it, because the reality is, you know, that they're not throwing the ball like they did last year or the year before that. The offense is not built that way. It's a running attack. So you see, statistically speaking, passing wise, the numbers are down because they're not throwing the ball like they were then when Jameis there. Of course, that uptick has picked up now because Coach Payton is giving Simeon the green light. He had 41 attempts and 250 plus yards last game with 2 scores. So I question family. Well, I know Jameis had some pretty contests there, but I'm telling you, that won't stop. He's going to continue to play through Trevor Siemian. So don't be surprised if you see another 30 attempt or 35 attempt passing game, which I totally think that we shouldn't be. We need to be focused on running the ball, clock management, keeping the defense fresh. And now we have good special teams and play smart without taking so many risks. But Coach Payton's a guy that likes to take chances. He likes to gamble. He likes to spice up the game. He likes to get cute. He got cute last week. He got cute the week before that, but the defense saved him. So, I mean, he likes to get cute. This is just something he has. He hadn't been getting too cute a lot lately, but with this Siemian thing, it's a challenge to him. And if you know anything about Coach Payton and his situational style, he likes challenges. And people are saying you can't win with Trevor Siemian, and he's up to the challenge to show that, yes, I can win with Trevor Siemian. You got to understand, y'all know Coach Payton like I know Payton. Y'all know it. So, I mean, will he operate through Trevor Siemian and sprinkle Taysom in there and all this? You damn right he going to do it, because that's what kind of coach Sean Payton is. He's up for the challenge. When people tell him he can't do something, he going to do it. He like a hard-headed child at Christmas. Don't see that gift over there. Don't you open that gift up right there until Christmas, and they go in there and peel off the wrap off that on one side and then turn it around and face up under the tree. And Sean Payton like a petulant, bad child, a hard-headed child. You put the gifts up under the tree, and then the tree go up in there and peel off the back of the gift so he see what it is, and then stick the front where he ain't peel the gift in the sides. It still look like it wrapped, but he done peel off the wrapping behind there, so he already know what's in there. So you gotta take the gifts and hide them in the closet and lock it up. That's what you got. That what you got with Sean Payton. You can't tell him. You can't tell Coach Payton, listen, man, we want you to do such and such. I'm gonna win with these wide receivers, and I'm gonna win with this quarterback. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see indeed. Let's see indeed how you gonna do that. But Siemian looks good. Credit to him. And the Saints operate behind the run, get a defense an opportunity to rest. I don't see why the black and gold can't beat the Titans. We can't go up there turning the ball over. We can't go up there throwing interceptions. We got to go up there with a workmanlike approach and run the football and take this team seriously, because just like the Tennessee Titans brothers were telling us, that defense is serious, and don't sleep on the defense. And the last two brothers that came on this show and told me don't sleep on the defense, something bad happened. And you know who that was? That was Dave and Rashad from the Panthers podcast. When they came on here and said, Q, don't sleep on the defense. And that's the same thing the brothers said from the Tennessee Titans. Don't sleep on the defense. When anytime I hear that from the family members, I'm quick to say, you know what? There it is. There it is. So anyway, family, that's going to do it for tonight's stream. I hope y'all enjoyed the brothers coming on here, Brother Jacque and Brother Hawk from the Tennessee Titans Weekly. They were kind enough to show up on the show and drop some game on the Titans and how they feel about their squad going into it. Let me tell you something. The thing about this matchup is, to be honest with you, we getting this Tennessee Titans club right now, and this Tennessee Titans club is no joke. Winners of 5 in a row. They beat some pretty good teams. They beat the Rams in there. They beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs struggling, but still you beat the Chiefs. They always dangerous, regardless or not. But they still beat some very good teams over the last 5 games, missing a lot of guys. So they're showing you that they got a next man up mentality, just like the Black and Gold Nation. So we have to be mindful of that and watch out. This is going to be a very good game, man. I just think it's going to be a knockdown, drag out fight between the Saints, and I want to see it because I want to see where the Black and Gold is at in terms of their heart. Now we know we got a lot of heart and a lot of courage, but we taking on a blue collar defensive run stuff team that's right now 7-2 in the AFC. One of the best teams record wise, and they playing good football right now. And we got to go up into Nissan Stadium in Tennessee and beat them. A tough challenge for the Who Dat Nation Black and Gold. But fam, listen, I love these games, man. Y'all can see I'm bucked and happy about it. And like, if we see a tough challenge, I don't get nervous. I get excited, man. I get excited about it because this is a measuring stick game to see where the Black and Gold is at this year. And if you can beat the Tennessee Titans in that building, that's a huge confidence building win heading into the rest of the season against squads like Philly that's behind them, and then Buffalo, and then we got Dallas. So the next 4 games are going to be very interesting games. Now we know Philly's not up there, but they're still very dangerous, and they got a different way we got to beat them. So the next 4 games is very intriguing. Very intriguing, and followed by the 4th matchup of those will be Dallas. But for right now, this starts a really good stretch of 4 games. The Titans, man, and the Saints, man, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle, fam. It's going to be a battle, and I can't wait for Sunday. I got what day is Thursday night? I got a couple more days. You got a couple more days, and we're going to be doing that thing on the watch party, man. We're going to be doing it up, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to have the Saints Cup here. The Saints Cup is going to be full of lemonade, and we're going to be having a ball, baby. We're going to have a ball. All right, so with that being said, let me get a few comments from the family members before we go. He said, Jacque, he said, what up, bro? Titans fan here. I like your podcast, so I would definitely be watching you on Sunday. Thank you, brother Jacque. Appreciate you for chiming in. Much love. And listen, like I said, man, with a lot of the Titans families that's chiming in this thing, we got a lot of Titan people that watch us, Raiders, Ravens. The coma appeals to a lot of family members because we keep it real. We have fun here, and a lot of people love how we do. So welcome. And also, you know, like it's not no hatred or nothing. It's love and respect between the teams because, listen, the Titans are playing good football right now, really good football. And I'm just excited. I want to see what the Saints can do against the Tennessee Titans. I know y'all excited. I'm excited too. Thank you, Jax. All right, big ups. Kevin says, hey, Q, this is the NFL. Hope the family members just vent after any loss because any NFL team got action. It's a battle of will and football execution. Well said, brother Kevin. Who that to you, brother? Appreciate you. Willie says, man, all you know is run the ball, 2021, bro. Willie, what you gonna say, Willie? Willie, listen, what they gonna do, Willie? Throw the ball. See, Willie would be fussing if I told him they need to throw the ball. He gonna say, Q, what you tell them to throw the ball for? They need to be running the ball. See, I can't even do that because Willie gonna call me out if I tell him the Saints need to start throwing the ball more than they running the ball. And he gonna call me out and say, Q, what you talking about? We got Elvin Kamara, we got Mark Ingram, and you telling the people to throw the ball, Q? What you see? See, that's a setup. That's a setup comment. I ain't gonna fall into that trap, Willie. I got you. All right, Tragic says Simmons serious, Mississippi State. He says, oh yeah, Autry is another good one too. But yeah, Simmons is hurt. He's listed on the injury report. I don't know if he plays, but they got several really good players: Landry, Simmons, and quite a few other Bud Dupree and others. Rashawn Evans. Those guys on the injury report, but you know they kind of banged up. But being that they banged up, they still are winning games, which is awesome, man. So who that to the fan? What's up, Pam and Whammy? Much love to the queens in the building as well. Much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all being in there. Damien, what's up, brother? He said, hey, remember Big Q? We went to Tennessee 2 years ago, and they started off dominating us, but we did it with an awesome second half performance. Yeah, Tennessee's no joke. And we beat Tennessee that year without Derrick Henry. He was out with an injury. He was out with injury. They were saving them for the playoffs is what they were doing. And they lost the game, but it really didn't hurt them because remember that year, them guys, Tennessee went all the way to the AFC Championship game. They went all the way to the AFC Championship game. They got pretty close. All right. What's up, Demi? Who that tell you? What's up, Tasha, baby? Much love. I know, Kev. Wow, accusation. This guy is talking. Wow, he got wild accusations. Not wild, you know. Michael, he says, coming off that loss, they coming back, refocusing, ready. I said, I told the Tennessee Titan brothers about that because, you know, listen, the Saints, man, all I can say is the Saints lost to the Falcons in a very tough way. Because it's not like you didn't have it's one thing if you never had the lead. It's a whole nother when you had the lead and then you lose the way you did. So it kind of pissed the Who Dat Nation off. Me, honestly, after Atlanta losses in a dome, I am pretty pissed. But to be honest with you, you know, I wasn't really that upset, if you realize it, family, because the offense showed me something in that fourth quarter. They're like, man, the possibilities. Did we just see something? But I didn't want to lose what I seen from the offense because of the loss. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes we're not talking moral victories, but when you lose a game, but you see something like what the Saints happened, when you had the backup quarterback puts 22 points up on an adversary, takes the lead, and then the defense doesn't hold the fort for you and you lose. You think about it's like, man, you know, we were struggling for 3 quarters and they just exploded and made up for all the quarters, took the lead. So I was like, wow, is that an indication of what we're going to see going into the season, or was that just the Saints just caught lightning in the bottle for a quarter? You know, they turned on the urgency. The urgency came. The urgency happened. I'm like, wow. You know, can they sustain and play with that urgency in the next game? And you know they're going to be pissed coming out against the Tennessee Titans, and they understanding what kind of team this is. The Titans are a tough team. So I'm up for the challenge. Yeah, I wasn't as pissed as I usually be for a Falcons Saints, and when the Saints lose to the Falcons in the dome. But man, after seeing them put them 22 points together and all that, I'm like, you know what? Well, this might be something else. All right. Yeah, I hear you, Tasha. All right. Trey says Scam Newton is back. Yeah, he with the Panthers. We'll more than likely see him toward the back end of the season before we go back to Atlanta. So we got some revenge to pay out to both the Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. So if anything, it made the season more interesting on the back end of the season. So it sets up a very drama-filled season finale coming down to it. You know what I'm saying? As you just knock off Carolina, you beat Atlanta, you're like, whatever, we're going to stump them. But now that you lose to both Carolina and Atlanta early in the year, now you must come out and beat these teams on the back end of the schedule, which gives us that focused football that we need to have, as opposed to being, look, we beat these teams, they're nothing, and then they sneak in there and get a win on the back end. And I remember hearing the coach say it's good, if you lose early, it's better to lose early than losing late. Well, if the Saints will seek in and focus on these games in the back end of the season because of the losses early on. We got to take care of it. All right. Yeah, that's right. Watch Paul. That's right, Carla. We're going to be the watch party. We'll be live stream. We're going to be watching it. We do them every Sunday. You know, we get on there and I do play-by-play for the family members and the people that can't see the game in their area, and we just have a ball, man, here, you know. So please feel free to join us if you know. We do it every Sunday. We'll be doing it this Sunday as well for the Titan Saints. All right, Colorado, what's up, fam? It was pretty good. Hope your day is equally good. Thank you for asking, my friend. Appreciate you. KK, much love. Say salute, Big Q. Why you running in the bushes early tonight? Now I got like I said, I got a cameo I got to do on the Tennessee Titans family members. A broadcast tonight. We're gonna talk a little bit more Saints football over there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Phobia says Panthers still ain't winning. You know what? Cam washed up. Yeah, and hopefully we get an opportunity to see Cam later on. You know. Boo says you think Breeze will come back? Why not? Right. Well, I don't think he comes back. He already kind of toyed with the sentiment. People were asking him about it on there, and yeah, I don't think, you know, that happens. Oh, just a second, fam. I don't think that happens. I think Drew Brees is comfortable where he is, and I think the Saints are going to move on with what they got. You know, Drew's not coming to save the day this time around, Boo. I'm sorry to tell you that, but they asked, people asked him about it, but no. I think that'll be a little too much for Drew to jump back in there. I think it won't. I say no to it. I think Drew's retired. I don't think Drew's coming to save the day, my friend. All right. Marty says, hey, Q, how come you allowed us to put people in timeout? He says, hey, Q, how come you allow others to put people in timeout when all they're doing is speaking the truth about the situation, but people can't handle hearing the truth about the season? I don't know what you're talking about, Marty. Who put you in timeout? How do I allow? Who put you in timeout for what? What you talking about, Marty? I don't know what you're talking about, brother. I don't know. But listen, fam, I mean, just to say this to my snipers out there, because we got some snipers. We know the snipers got itchy trigger fingers, and they got hair triggers on those sniping weapons. So I just, I caution the family members to kind of, have some temperament. If people are not cussing or just being trollish, please don't knock their tops off. Be very mindful of that. The family members sometimes can be sharpshooters. They got hair triggers on them things, and sometimes there's a lot of love in here, and they're not gonna let you. They don't let people play with me in here. I feel like the president walking around sometime, man. I feel good, man. I feel good. But anyway, fam, be careful, fam. Please, a little thicker skin if people are not operating in trollish behavior and saying profusely cuss words and being disrespectful to the women, let them make it, but perhaps it kind of warn them or so, what have you, as opposed to chop them off. Because Marty is a person that's always here. And Marty's saying, I'm allowing people to do it. I have not even seen it, Marty. I was covering news the whole time, my friend. So if somebody knocked your top off, I apologize. Family, please just remember what I say. Kind of think about that. All right, let's keep it going here, fam. I'm gonna do a few more, and then we're gonna. Slim say, "Who that Q think?" He said, "I think the Saints win if we win the turnover battle." I'm with you on that, Slim. I think it's gonna be awesome. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Carla. I think it's gonna be excellent. Phoebe says, "Big Q, I'm gonna be honest. I got the Saints winning 10 or 11 games and go in top 15 picks of the draft. Draft a wide receiver. We need a solid number 2 opposite of Mike. Obviously, OBJ didn't work out. I'm not mad at you on that. I think the Saints make the playoffs this year. And it depends on which squad show up or which Coach Payton calls he make. This is the decision on whether, how it all plays out. Like if Coach Payton gets more discipline and starts running the ball and operating the play action really, and, working it, because and Willie picking at me and say, all you say is run the ball, Q. Because it's not rocket science. The idea of the team. Why would I need to give out a big old spiel about what the Saints need to do for people? And I'm just blow a bunch of hot air about this, that, and the third. Y'all know I don't like doing that. All I say is I keep it short and simple because people don't like all that old long running ass stuff. Run the ball. Why? And when you say run the ball, the Great Saint Think Tank is smart enough to know what happens when you run the ball. A lot of positive, magical things happen in football land when you run the football. Number one, when you run the football and you're running it effectively, you're dominating the line of scrimmage, which means you're removing the defensive personnel out of the way and you're resituating the line of scrimmage at your mind, at your behest. Number two, you're wearing them out, which makes it easier for you to move the ball on them because you're tiring them out. Number three, it opens up the pass because sooner or later they're going to cheat up to try to stop the run, and then you're allowed to throw the ball. Number four, you've just taken possession of the clock on their field, which means you're dictating their playbook, which means if you're having drives when you're rushing and you're getting 5-6 minute drives on the opposing defenses, you're shortening by default, you're shortening their offensive playbook or what calls and plays that they can make. So if you sucking up all the time and dominating the clock, you're shortening the Tennessee Titans offensive playbook of what they can call because of what you're doing on that side of the ball. So yes, your offense affects their offense, even though their defense is against your offense on the field. So when you're doing that, that's not only it, but you also help your defense to rest, which means that they fire off the line, get sacks, and they play fresh for the entire game. That's what running the ball means. That's what when you run the ball, you dominate the line of scrimmage. When you run the ball, you control the clock to your behest, and you do whatever. When you run the ball effectively, you tire out their defense while allowing your defense to rest so they can be more impactful. And when you're running the ball, you also take away passes or plays from their playbook because they're going to feel a sense of urgency to start making things happen. And another really good positive and monumental thing about when you run the ball effectively is that when they have drives, when your opposition has drives, when the opposite team has drives, they will be pressured and forced to feel that every drive they have to make it count because of what you're doing with the running. That's real. So imagine they don't have all those extra drives. You're removing possessions, plays, time from them away. You're taking their time away and you shrinking their play where they'll be forced to throw a lot of plays out just to happen. And also you one-dimensionalize them doing that because when you're running and controlling, it forces them to get rid of one or the other. Because when the Saints are operating, you're not going to run on them very well. And then you'll be forced to pass, which the Saints can set back and prepare for you that way they can cover up those passing lanes. So a lot of magical things happen when you run the ball. So when I say run the ball, that is all what it encompasses. It encompasses all of those things, all of those things, all of those things, all of those things. That's what I mean when I run the ball. That's a lot of shit, ain't it? But instead of me sitting up here explaining it to you every show or every preview show, what I do, run the ball. And that's what I mean when I say run the ball. So that's what it is. So, and Willie, I know Willie know what I'm talking about. He just picking at me. All right, so big up to you. What's up, Lorenzo? He said, what up, Q? Now that OBJ is gone to LA, so what they going to do? Well, I think the Saints are going to do what they've been doing, which is just relying upon their wide receiver room. Coach Payton has not been a secret that Coach Payton likes his wide receivers. I've been saying that for some time. I think still in all, Coach Payton is going to continue to use his wide receivers. I don't expect them to go out and make any big name splashes because most of the big names are gone. And the key to it is like when you get a wide receiver off the street and bring him here, that guy got to go through a bunch of stuff to learn what's going on in the Saints offense. And really, the Saints really right now, unless they're forced to, because they most certainly are going to go into the practice squad. You got guys like Quan Baker, who I really want to see, our 7th-round draft pick from this prior draft. He's there on the practice squad. Also, you'll see Kevin White getting more opportunities. He's on the practice squad, right? I mean, not on the practice. He's on the special teams plan, making plays for him on special teams. Did a few little positive things there. But Kevin White, guys like him and Aesop Winston, more so Quan Baker because of his size and his speed, could be a guy that you see get some play. We know Kevin White will get some play, but Coach Payton likes Kevin White. He likes his speed, his size, and he think he can fix this player. But that's what I see more happening as opposed to the black and gold going to the street or picking up somebody and say, come on in here and help us. Coach Payton's going to go to his practice squad and pull guys in, or he's simply going to use guys from opposite rooms to cover up wherever he needs. When we talk about wide receivers, a lot of reporters, not all of them, but some of the reporters forget that we have other guys that play in other positions that are not wide receivers that come and help you like a wide receiver. We have Ty Montgomery, who's a running back that helps you as a wide receiver. We have Elvin Kamara, a running back that helps you as a wide receiver. They use them out there. You got Taysom Hill, a quarterback, running back, tight end, special team guy who helps you as wide receiver. So the Saints are incredibly gifted where they can take players and move them around where you can help them at wide receiver. So when people be thinking about our wide receiver room, they'd be forgetting about the fact that Coach Payton pulls other guys from other rooms, like I see a la Montgomery, a la Hill, and put those guys into the wide receiver rooms with everybody and start doing it. See, that's the shit they don't be talking about. Oh, we looking at Callaway. Oh, we looking at this guy. We're looking at that guy. And don't forget you got Kenny Stills out there too, who's only going to get better in the same system. So, like I said, fam, I don't see a wide receiver coming in here and doing anything. The team just going to try to keep getting these young wide receivers to keep building up that offense. And that's what they're going to play for. But, that's just my take on it. I don't see anything, nobody big coming in to help out. So that's my call. Thank you, Lorenzo, for your question. Who that to you? Understream, Ultimate Stream TV says, do you think the Saints will pick up a QB in the draft? I mean, it's possible. I mean, we did last year. We got Ian Book out of the University of Notre Dame, who, by the way, don't forget that Coach Payton likes this guy a lot. And he really likes Ian Book. Ian Book has a lot to learn, but Sean Payton likes him a lot. He thinks his future with New Orleans is bright. And we know Coach Payton liked undersized quarterbacks because he himself was an undersized quarterback. So he sees a lot of stuff in Ian Book that he can help improve upon. So it's entirely possible, but you got to think about it too with Coach Payton. Coach Payton had an opportunity to pick some of the best quarterbacks that's playing in the NFL. He had a shot at Lamar Jackson. We chose Davenport over Lamar Jackson. And I was like, we moved up to that spot. I was like, we're going to get Lamar. And if they were to pick Lamar Jackson, Drew could have went out of here 2 or 3 years earlier than what he was. When he got hurt, it would have been Lamar Jackson's team or the year after that. But he would have facilitated Drew retirement at least 2 years earlier than what Drew left out of here. But, I mean, we had opportunities at some people. Remember, he said he failed to move up to get Patrick Mahomes boys. That same draft, we took Laddie Daddy, of course, Marshawn Lattimore, but you had the Deshaun Watson that was there. The Saints could have got at if they wanted. Lamar Jackson, they could have got at. And there were other players and quarterbacks that the Saints could have moved up to get if they were a little bit more, I ain't going to say desperate, but more motivated to do it. But the Saints, man, I'm telling you, man, We'll see how it all plays out, but I it's possible. I don't think they pick a quarterback. I think Ultimate Stream is saying, TV is saying, a top quarterback, like a first round draft pick type quarterback. I don't see him doing that, but perhaps they do take a quarterback maybe after round 4 or 5 next year. We'll see. But Ian Book's a guy that Coach Payton likes a lot, so we'll see. Damon says that, hey, Q, you know, in the NFL, they always have the receiver that makes the next step in the second half of the season. Why can't it be Callaway and Troutman? Just saying. Yeah, I got you on that, Damon. You're right. A lot of people kind of downplaying Troutman. But Troutman, listen, we're not giving Troutman any credit for what he's doing. He's blocking, he opened up holes, and for the balls that he did catch. You know, we're pounding with the drop passes and all that, but still remember that he's not an old-ass 10-man. I mean, at the back end of his career, this is a young tight end who has a positive upside and dropping passes right now. He's fighting his way through it. He's getting his block assignments. He's looked a lot better than what he did early in the season. And in the second half of the Atlanta game, he started to catch the passes that kept the drives alive for the Saints to get back in that thing. So, you know, we got to remember that, to be patient with the family members, with some of these young players, family. Patience is required. You know, I know it gets frustrating when we see them drop them, but you know how it go, fam. You got to be patient with some of these guys. You know they're good. You know we ain't making any mistakes on picking up these guys. These guys are good. It's taking a little time, but I think he's going to be all right. I'm not calling him Jimmy Graham or anything, or even saying he's going to be Josh Hill. I'm just saying at the end of the day, he got a high upside, and when he figures it out, which it'll be soon, you're going to see some positive stuff out of Troutman. I think Nick Vannett coming back helps Troutman out, because you see Vannett slide in at the blocking tight end position, which allows Troutman to kind of be moved around a little bit where he's comfortable doing that. So, you know, like I said, we'll see how it all shakes. Ultimate Stream TV says, Q, I've been waiting on the Saints to get speed at the wide out position. I do hope we address it in the draft. I think we will get a wide receiver in the draft. I really do think so. I think we will. So I agree with you on that. We do need some speed. And I think Coach Payton will probably do something in the draft. Kevin said, Big Q, can you drop the link to the Tennessee Titan podcast? I got to see the podcast. It's cool. I don't have the link, but what you could do is on YouTube, you put in, hold on, let me see if I can call. You put in Tennessee Titans Weekly. I'll tell you what, I'll share it. I share it on the community tab for the family members that want to check it out. I'll put it in the community tab, and we'll tonight, because we'll be going live at around 9:00. I think they said. So yeah. All right. So you just look for the community. I'll put it in the community section at the shows and that, Kevin, so everybody can be able to get to it. All right. All right. Thank you. Okay. Marty says, yep, he about to get a suspension. That's why I was asking if there's another wire we can go after that can help. Yeah, you could probably pull in a guy off the street and put him on the practice squad. I mean, they'll do that. But in terms of somebody making an impact, I would probably say the Saints would probably use guys like, and remember, I mentioned Ty Montgomery, I mentioned Taysom Hill. And don't forget Juwan Johnson with Vannett coming back. Don't think for a second that we might not see those 3 tight end packages where you see Vannett, Juwan Johnson, and Adam Troutman on the field at the same time inside the red zone, with a fullback and Adam Armah there. So, I mean, don't be surprised if you see that heavy ground package when the Saints running behind 3 blocking tight ends, a fullback, and Mark Ingram in that thing. I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting to see that. So it does give the Saints some good ones there. So, all right, Dada, what's up, my brother? Said Peyton may well as like the Q, he picked them as kind of like, my opinion, you got to be a man. Don't complain. You made your bed. So they right. He ain't, and that's a part of it. You know, he picked these players, and we did some scouting on these guys. We knew these guys could ball. They could ball. It just takes a little time with some of these young players. Some are better than others. Like you see Paulson Adebo just take possession of the position. And you see Troutman struggled in his second year. So it's kind of different for everybody. Everybody's different. Some guys are more natural at first, and it takes a while for some of them to pick up and get it. Like you didn't see Kittles in his first year that he developed into a beast. Kelsey, you might have seen something like that, but it took him a little while before he was able to get comfortable in that scheme. So, like I said, Coach Payton likes to kid a lot, and some of these other guys a lot. And it wasn't bad picks. Peyton Turner looked good before his injury. He was playing a run and getting the pressure on the quarterback. Peyton Turner looked good, despite the fact a lot of family members was upset about that. Pete Werner, who I wanted, Jabril Cox, who's playing his ass off for the Dallas Cowboys right now. I wanted him, but I'm not mad at Pete Werner. Werner is excellent. Love what he's doing. You know, my boy Hoodie said he thinks he can be a Luke Kuechly. I would love that. Look, I would love that. I'll tell you the truth. But he's showing up. Landon Turner did some pretty good stuff in preseason and then training camp. Quan Baker's like one of the guys that we hadn't seen, and he was a guy that was looking good in training camp too. He's big, he's fast, runs good routes, and I would love to see him get an opportunity to get out there and play as well. So with that being said, fam, I'm going to get ready to boss out on that. All right, Phoebe says, Big Q, I like both of those wide receivers from Ohio State. Okay, yeah, Wilson and Olive, they both going to be first-round draft picks, and Sean Payton, love Ohio State players. Yeah, this is true. This is true. This is very true. Vanette is an Ohio State player. So, yeah, he has a propensity. It's not even guesswork anymore. It's quite obvious, to the Who Dat Nation, that Coach Payton's going to pick them Ohio State people. So you might as well scout their whole damn team and see what guys that we can use from Ohio State, because 9 times out of 10, you might end up with 1 or 2 of them guys. 1 through a draft and 2, maybe 1 or 2 of them in the undrafted pool. That's what Coach Payton do. He butters his bread with Ohio State brand. That's what he got, Ohio State brand butter in his goddamn refrigerator, and that's what he do. That's what he do. Get Bob Abe. I'll reach out to that old Cajun cannon. I'll see what we can do, man. I'll see what we can do on that. Ram said, "Who that Q? Sorry, just joining the show, enjoying my Veterans Day." Yeah, and okay, Ramsey. All right, and thank you. Happy Veterans Day to all of our family members out there that's in the armed services. This is the veterans. This is your guys' day. We appreciate your service. We appreciate your sacrifice. Much love to you, and peace and all of the positive stuff that comes with your family. So much love to the veterans on this day. This is your day. And thank you guys for your service. I know we got quite a few veterans that listen to the Coma and always give the veterans love. So much love to the vets. Appreciate you guys and thank you guys as well. All right. So yeah, you're right. There you go. Now, Michael, no, all those Buckeyes. Yeah, that's what we do, man. That's what the hell they do, man. That's what they do. All right. So with that being said, fam, listen, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys for being on the stream tonight, man. We had some fun. For the family members that's just coming in, we had the brothers from the Tennessee Titans Weekly. 2 brothers that are really good about their squad, and that's what we try to do, family. We go and get behind the enemy lines. And listen, we just keep getting cool people like Lowell and the rest of the family members and stuff like that to come here and talk about these squads. I got a few surprises coming up on the next few teams that we got coming. So y'all gonna be happy about that as well, as I make sure next week we'll have another guest that'll pop up here and you guys will meet him too. So yeah, we're gonna keep this thing going. So with that being said, please hit the like button, family. Hit the like button if you hadn't already. Hit it. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and join the Sports Coma and the Great Saint Think Tank. If you enjoy the content, please feel free to share the show's links on your social media feed as well. And also feel free to go on into the description section. And you can check out the merch. We got new merch. We got the Team Jameis stuff. We know Jameis got hurt, but we still Team Jameis, baby. Even though Jameis lost his job because of injury, he'll be back. I think he'll really be back, but Team Jameis all the way. It's Trevor leading the thing, but we still got love for Jameis, man. He went down. He would have had a spectacular game, man. He had 40 yards rushing in that thing. He was moving around, and then they just did what they did. But anyway, the season dedicated to Jameis, man, in my opinion, man, as he come fighting back, man. We gotta get right. We gotta get right. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all guys for all that y'all do. And listen, I'm gonna holler at you guys later. I'm gonna post the link to the brothers for the Tennessee Titans Weekly. I'll be joining them at 9:00 Central Time, which is a few minutes, man, less than 20 minutes from now. So we'll be over there on their stream, chopping it up with the brothers. So we'll do that. So be looking out for the community section for that link if you want to check out the show and show some support. So with that said, I'm gonna holler at you guys for our Friday stream. We're gonna be on this thing tomorrow. We're gonna preview the game. I'm gonna open up the lines of communication for the family members to chime in and give their thoughts and predictions, scores, or whatever on the upcoming Tennessee Titans game. This is a big game, very tough game, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. This is gonna be a knockdown, drag out battle, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Brother Crusher. Brother Crusher, for your super chat, my friend. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, fam. And I'm going to holler at y'all later. Who that? And I'm out.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or robbery could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network. Thank you for making Saints Central your black and gold home for the New Orleans Saints.
Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that?
The WhoThatDaily.com. That's right, the WhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, the WhoThatDaily.com is your site. The WhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.